It's the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. What? The Frank Show. Come on, the Frank Show. Bitch, it's time for the show. Aloha headsets, it's your boy Frank, and it's time for those glorious 5 to 10 minutes of the day that I refer to as the Frank Show. Now, I hope you're doing wonderful. And first up for you, I got a little Dino Frontier review. Story-wise, make your own story. For the most part, they just kind of introduce you to town and say, hey, go with it. Audio-wise, this baby sounds great, no problem whatsoever. The 3D audio works to that effect and has you immersed completely in this little mini West world you got going on. Now, visual-wise, this game is solid. I was extremely surprised at how tight they got everything. I mean, zooming in, zooming out, it looked beautiful, super crisp, and mind you, I was playing on the Pro. Gameplay-wise, next level. This title is fantastic. Uber Entertainment did a great job. Now, realistically, you're building little buildings, you're picking up people, you're taming dinosaurs, you're running your own little town, you're going off to your little mansion, you're taking a trip to the mine, and you even got a little special surprise ending that I don't want to spoil for anybody. Now, my one gripe with this game was the length. I finished it in about 3+ hours, which is not too much. I mean, but price-wise, it's not that bad. It's around $25. So, hey, for a solid 3 hours of gameplay that is honestly really solid, great gameplay, and something you like to show off to people, I think is wonderful. Now, you do have to like this type of game, and from what I've heard, it's similar to Tethered, but a little less deep, because Tethered did have various levels that you can play on. With Dino, you really only have one level, which is another gripe I have, but what you gonna do? I mean, what was another level gonna change anything? Now, it is pretty cool. The dinosaurs, as you get better ones, help you move and construct the town and feed everybody a little easier, but after playing it once, I'm not so sure I'm gonna hop in again, especially with all the wonderful titles coming up on the horizon. But don't let that steer you away. This is a solid PlayStation VR title from Uber Entertainment. All right, next up, a game I am extremely excited about. We've been talking about ever since it was first announced, and every little update I've been following them along the way. And now CoolPaintr VR just did an AMA. Well, Wildbit Studios just did an AMA, and boy, did we find out a lot of information about this game. First and foremost being, this is going to be a single move title. They might add a second move in the future, but as of now, it's just going to be one. You can also upload and export with USB all of your creations, which is fantastic. And they're going to have a sculpting mode where you kind of build a blob and you can play around with the exoskeleton and a 3D model, and they hope to add some kind of animation feature in the future, which, you know, your boy Frankie can't wait to make PSVR Rick and Morty, but hey, what are we going to do about it? Now, also, we've learned that it is going to run at a solid 120 frames per second, and they're not focusing on any kind of pro patch. They want this baby working beautifully on any system you're running on. They're going to have particle effects. You're going to be able to paint every which way. They said it's going to work stunningly. All right, now for those of you that are worried, hey, I don't know if I'm going to be that great at VR painting. They're going to have an assistant tutor that shows you the basics, and they're going to have some mock-ups that you can upload and kind of trace and get the general idea of what's going on, so that you're not just going in hand crazy wild like I never played with art before. Also, you're going to be able to upload your own music, and there's no real word on Spotify support yet, but I definitely think that they want to add it in, so there's nothing against it. Now, no price, but they said they want it to be affordable, and the best part, should be coming this October, so not too much longer to wait. Now, harmonics is great, but I want this solid painting game. All right, next up, Seeking Dawn just continues to amaze me and look more and more splendid every day. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I've been retweeting their stuff because I'm extremely excited for this game. Now, they're in talks with PlayStation, and I can't share too much information, but they're working on it, you guys. And I promise you, I wouldn't be backing a horse that I didn't believe in. Now, on top of all that, they're showing off for the first time the planet. Planet Erimos is what it's going to be called, and I definitely think you guys should check it out. I got some images behind me. If you want to jump over to their Facebook page, I linked down in the description. You can check out full page version of these images, and this world looks more and more stunning every second. Crafting, jumping, jetpacking, climbing, cooking. I mean, what else do I want? Plus co-op RPG. Sign your boy Frankie up, done. All right, Lost Bear, we learned a little bit more about this one in the PlayStation blog. Now you're gonna be playing as a young girl searching for, guess what? A lost bear. Now this is gonna be 2D and a 3D diorama world, so although it looks like you're just working at kind of a stage, there's also gonna be stuff off to your left and right that truthfully brings you into this immersive 3D environment. It's not just some kind of like 2D play that you're looking at. Now, we also got a little show of the mechanics and what you're gonna do behind me. If you wanna check out the full trailer, links in the description, but honestly, this one looks beautiful. It looks like the art style is gonna be fantastic, and I can't wait to hop on into this game. And best thing about all that is it's coming out this August. All right, now for all of you lovely headsets out there that are in my Discord community or haven't joined the Discord community, tomorrow I'm going to be dropping 2 Neptune Flux codes in the Discord chat. So if you haven't already, join up. I'm not going to tell you what time. It should be randomly through the day at different points. I might hop in and say howdy. It's coming in a couple minutes for those of you to get maybe ready, and then it's just going to be a race for who can enter it in the first. All right, now, before we go, it's time for everybody's favorite. Ask Frank is a mother flippin'. Ask Frank is a place you can ask Frank what's up.
Well, you gotta ask Frank.
All right, Deke Butler says, hey Frank, what about those Mantis headphones? You're gonna review them now, Deke? I'm ordering a pair this Friday, and as soon as I've spent a little time with them, we are definitely gonna feature them on the channel because I can't wait to put them over my ears. Klaus Banter says, hey Frank, you drunk? Klaus, no sir, I am not drunk. Frankie don't drink a sip. And to those of you out there that are worried about drinking, hey, you don't gotta do it to be cool. I made it through college just sipping on a 40 every now and again just to, hey, like I said, look cool. All right, King Band 09 says, hey Frankie, what about that M cable review? Now King Band, Marcel, the beautiful people that they are, we're finally sending your boy Frankie a cable out. Should be here this Thursday. I'm gonna play with it this weekend, try it on various games, with, without, and then hopefully by Sunday or early next week we'll have a solid review on whether that Gamer Edition M cable is worth your moolah. And Jamie Jim Bob asks, hey Frank, what about the next VR FPS on PSVR? Now Jamie, Servios is bringing us raw data next month, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. The PC version just got PvP, and who knows, we could get that in the future. I mean, it's got ninjas, it's got guns. What else do you need? And they do a beautiful job, so I know it's gonna be a great port. Now, thank you all for coming through. You are the most beautiful people in the world. Honestly, you make this channel what it is. If it wasn't for you, it would just be me ranting all day, honestly, to myself. So give yourselves a round of applause, a thumbs up, and don't forget that you're great, beautiful, and if you think I deserve any kind of whatever, then hey, throw me a bone. But more important than all of that is that if you want to stay up to date on everything PlayStation VR and you don't mind this ugly mug, friggin' subscribe. I mean, come on. Smooch is beautiful. And hey, if you made it this far, then stick around to the end for a little surprise. Hey.
He done whipped Mike Tyson there. He whipped all their asses. What about...
And today we're ending the show with a little song. Now the textures are always sharper on somebody else's screen. You think about going flat by, well darling, a big mistake. Just look at the world around you, right here on this virtual shore. Such wonderful things around you. What else are you asking for? Under your HMD. HMD. Life is much better when we're chilling together in virtual reality. Under your HMD. HMD. Life is much better when we're together in virtual reality. Smooches. Aloha headsets. It's your boy, Mr. Blurry.